Hello folks, I am John Oakes. I'm here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today, as always, once again, I will be your host to take you through our newest addition to our inventory. So sitting beside me here, we've got a 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback here, as you can see. Done here in the poppy red, which is kind of like an orangish color, but again, they call it poppy red. And of course, it does have the white GT stripes on it. Now I'll kind of go over the exterior real quick, just kind of the styling of it anyways, just to give you that idea. And then of course we'll go through it as we always do. Wheels and tires on this particular car, 15-inch wheels. These are your traditional 5-spoke wheel. Now these are Eagle alloy wheels, polished aluminum, very, very similar to like an American Racing Torque Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheel, just a different name brand here. And then as far as the tires go, Cobra Radial GTs, and they are 235/60 R14s all the way around on this car. Again, very nice tread on the car. As far as our badging goes, we do have 289 emblems here on the front of the fender, and that is in fact what is underneath the hood, of which we will get to that a little bit later on once we get to going under the hood to look at that motor. Nice chrome bumpers, front and rear. We'll take a closer look at those as we walk around. Of course, you've got your Mustang emblem down here along with the Mustang 2+2 badging on the back side of your front fender. The rocker molding here, the bright work, nice and straight, all attached as it should be, good and solid to the car. Looks really nice on the car. As far as your gaps and elevations on your door, very nice panel fitment on this particular vehicle. Nice tight gaps, all of your body lines line up really, really nice, and your elevations with your quarter panel door and door to front fender are all matched up really, really well on this car. We do have both driver and passenger side chrome mirrors on the car. The chrome on them, the finish is in great shape. The actual glass in the mirror itself is in great condition too. And as far as our bright work goes around our window here, around our door area here, so of course you've got the drip rail moldings here, nicely polished up, nice and straight. And as I run my finger through that rain gutter, again, nice and smooth through there. All of your other bright work around your vent window or wing window in this case, up around the top side and around the back side of your door glass here, that is all in really nice condition here, polished up well, no pitting here that I see. Door handle, same thing, the chrome's in good condition here with no pitting on that chrome door handle. Glass, the vent window and your door glass are in excellent shape too. There's no chips, cracks, or scratches here as we can see. A slightly tinted glass here too to help keep that bright sunlight, you know, away from you there during the, you know, spring, summer, and fall when you're cruising around in this car. We'll open our door up, take a look at our interior. Of course, you're gonna see it does have the white vinyl upholstery in there on the seats. Of course, it's bucket front seats. And then you've got the fold down bench seat in the back, the white door panels and your white panels in the back. Of course, up front here, you've got your factory appearing dash, black dash cover up top there with the whited out dash itself. All your factory gauges you'll see in the dash. It does have 2 aftermarket gauges on the steering column. Those are going to be your water temperature, your oil pressure gauge. You've got a factory style steering wheel. Factory center console there, automatic center console. It does have an aftermarket custom Autosound Concours series AM FM cassette player in there, and of course you see the black carpeting in there as well. No rips, tears, or fading there. And as far as safety concerns, you do in fact have seat belts just on the front seats, both driver and passenger side. As far as our door panels panels go, very nice looking door panels here. Again, they look in good shape. Your armrests over here, no splits or cracks there. All of your door handles and so forth, those are all in good condition too. The other thing we always check is all of your weather stripping and your seals all the way around the window, nice and soft, no splits or cracks anywhere in there. It looks in really good shape. All your weather stripping around the door is in great shape. Again, nice and soft, no splits or cracks there. And you do in fact have those rubber bump stops along with your VIN plate down here on the door, as it should be. We'll close our door up here. Again, that shuts nice and easy, and then we'll kind of move back to the rear of the car. Again, your sail panels are nice and smooth, again, all the way back. As we look down the side of the car, also on our way back here, that is nice and straight all the way down from back all the way to the front. As we get to the rear of our car here, of course, your trunk lid fits very, very nice. The rear glass here is in excellent condition too. No chips or cracks here, and all of that bright work, your molding all the way around your glass, that is in great shape and all attached and nice and solid there, as it should be. Around the back side of the car now, your taillight bezels and lenses are in excellent condition. Again, nice shiny bezels here, no pitting that I can see, no chips or cracks in any of the lenses. Beautifully chromed rear bumper with no scratches or pitting, and then you've got your lower valance, and of course down below we do see our dual exhaust tips as they poke through back here. Nice slash cut 3-inch chrome exhaust tip for you here. Got your gas cap right in the center there that looks really nice. And this is where we always now will open up the trunk and show you the actual condition of the inside here, which is in really good shape. We'll raise that up. So first and foremost, the key does in fact work the lock. Latch all works as it should. You see your weather stripping, your seals all the way around the trunk lid's in great shape. Your trunk spring itself along with the hinges all work as they should. Again, the underside here of the trunk lid painted the same poppy red as the rest of the exterior of the car, as well as the interior of the trunk is painted that poppy red. Inner quarter panels, floor, and again with our Mustangs here, our fuel tank does make up a majority of that floor, and you can see how well a condition that fuel tank is in. Super straight and nicely cleaned up back here as far as that goes. Now your water channels and so forth around your trunk lid here are all good and solid, all intact here. Again, that's going to direct any water that you get there from like the outside elements. If you got caught out in the rain, that's going to direct all that water right out the back of the car. You don't have to worry about it going inside the trunk. So that's your trunk in very nice condition, shuts nice and easy. And now we'll continue over to the passenger side. Again, looking from back all the way to the front, super straight down the side of this car. I can already tell the elevations on your door are just about as good as what you're ever going to find on a car like this. All of your body lines, again, all lining up very, very nice, and nice tight gaps both on the back side as well as the front side of your door. Again, all the same stuff here, nicely polished up drip rail moldings, nice and smooth here, no dents or dings. Your rain gutters nice and smooth as I run my hand through there. Glass, no chips, cracks, or scratches anywhere on the glass. Again, all of your, trim work, your bright work around the glass, around your vent window is all in great shape. Again, chrome on your door handles in really good condition too. Also, that rocker molding down there on this side as well, nice and straight, all affixed to the car, good and solid as it should be. We'll open our door up. That way you get to see the interior from both sides. And again, no rips or tears in any of the seat upholstery, no rips, tears, or fading in the carpeting. You do have those front seat belts. As we mentioned, the bucket seats up front, the fold down rear bench in the back. Dash pad itself is in great shape. The factory gauges, all except for the 2 aftermarkets on the steering column. Again, just everything on the car looks good. and all of your weather stripping on this side as well. No splits or cracks anywhere in the weather stripping up around your windows. Same thing here with the door weather stripping. That is in great shape, soft, no rips or tears, rubber bump stops, all intact here on this side as well. Again, that door shuts nice and easy. You do have the passenger side mirror here to go along with the driver's side, fender mounted antenna, the matching Mustang 2+2 and the Mustang logo here on the back side of the front fender, as well as the matching 289 emblem on the front side of the fender. Now we've made it all the way back up to the front of the car. Nicely polished up front bumper here, no scratches, no pitting there. You've got your 65 grille here, which is in great condition. There's no cracks, no splits, no breaks or anything in that, all in great shape. Of course, you've got your bright work along the leading edge of the hood here, your Ford across the hood also, all in good shape. Headlight bezels painted the same as the car, again, looks great. Traditional sealed beam units here as far as your headlamps go. Glass lenses, no chips or cracks in those. Again, steel factory hood, OE hood. You've got your nice tight gaps on your hood. As we look up at the windshield, again, no chips, cracks, or scratches that I can see. All of your bright work, your molding here, all in great shape. Windshield wipers look nice, as well as a nice set of wiper arms. Again, as I've been pointing out on these Mustangs, this is kind of one of those problem areas, the cowl buckets up here. Again, if they've been outside for any time, sometimes you'll collect water in here. Not so much a big deal. They do have a drain in them, but sometimes if they sat outside for a while, they'll get plugged up. Water sits in there and then they go bad. As I look down through here, the metal inside here is all in good shape here. No rotting whatsoever. It looks really, really nice. As we come up here now, we're going to go ahead and open our hood up. That way we can go ahead, discuss the drive line, mainly what we see underneath the hood here, because we'll go over the rest of the stuff underneath the car. But of course, the hood latch itself does in fact work here. You can see the underside of the hood done the same poppy red as the rest of the exterior of the car. And we get to the motor now. So yes, this is a 289 small block Ford motor. It is a period correct 289 small block Ford. As you can see, our motor, it's got the nice chrome air cleaner with the 289 decal on top. Directly underneath that, we do have an Edelbrock AVS2 650 CFM carburetor, 4-barrel carburetor, complete with the electric choke, and that is all mounted atop of a aluminum intake there for you. It also has a set of aluminum Ford SVO heads. So again, this motor is going to run really nice for you. To kind of help dress things up a little bit, along with the chrome air cleaner, you do have a set of polished up Ford racing valve covers. Does have the Edelbrock breathers in it, and you've got a Summit Racing aluminum radiator with the chrome shroud, all of which is housing a 5-blade steel mechanical fan here to help cool everything down. As far as accessories, mainly power steering, brakes and so forth. It is in fact, yes, a power steering car, but it is a manual brake car though. So manual drum brakes all the way around on the vehicle. The cables, everything, all present and all hooked up for the emergency brake, and it is functional as well. Behind this motor, we do have the, it's a C4 automatic transmission. And then of course for the rear end to finish out that whole drive line, it's an 8-inch Ford with a 276 gear in it. As far as, you know, we've already been over the carburetor. spark, ignition, so forth. We've got kind of an OE style distributor here with 7mm plug wires on it. Got a OE style coil on it as well. Headers. We've got 1.25 inch long tube headers with a complete 2.5 inch exhaust on it, with a set of dual Flowmaster mufflers on it as well. So it's going to sound good, going to run good, all of that, steer good, brake good, everything. So that's pretty much it for our walk around with our 65 Mustang Fastback. As I always go over, not exactly sure where you might be viewing this video from, but if you are not on our website, I would recommend go to www.hanksters.com. Go and look this car up. You're going to see upwards of 100 photos of this car, all the outside photos, interior, under the hood, underneath the car, the trunk, everything. You'll see it all there, as well as a video that you're watching right now. Also, you're going to see our retail pricing for this vehicle, which always includes free, or well, I won't say free, it just includes enclosed shipping to anywhere within the contiguous 48 states. It's also going to include our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. Basically, we'll be more than happy to go over all that stuff with you when the time comes, but it basically entails anything internally lubricated in the motor, transmission, rear end. If you have any issues within your first 3 months or 3,000 miles, we ask you just to give us a call. Of course, you're going to have the warranty contract, but give us a call and we'll be, like I said, more than happy to walk you through the warranty process. Other than that, I mean, if there's any accessories, any parts, items that you would like to have added maybe to this vehicle, give us a call, an email, shoot us a text, let us know what that might be. Things such as air conditioning, I mean, there's multiple things, brakes, as far as like disc brakes, power disc brakes, anything like that. You know, definitely hit us up, let us know what it is you'd like to have added to it, to make it your own, and we'll be more than happy to get you prices on parts and labor and so forth, get it all installed for you, so that when you receive the car of your dreams, it's going to be just that, with all the stuff on it that you want. With that said, we're just going to take a quick moment here to close this up now, and then we'll go underneath it to show you the condition of the underside, as well as fire this motor up and let you hear what that 289, along with that, with the exhaust on it, the Flowmaster mufflers, and the long tube headers, what that all sounds like for you. All right, folks, so here we are. Once again, we are back here on the lift underneath our 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback. And as always, we're going to go through this car from front to back, the complete underside, to go over exactly what we see underneath here as far as components and condition of everything. Just to kind of, you know, let you folks in on, you know, in case you're not able to get here and take a look at it, we're going to try as best as we can to be your eyes for you. So starting at the front here, of course, I'm looking up. We've already been through a lot of this stuff here from the top side, but underneath, of course, our aluminum radiator. What I'm looking at here is the condition, and make sure there's no leaks or drips anywhere. And again, it is super dry along the bottom, including right at the bottom radiator hose. So the clamps and everything are in great shape. And again, no leaks or drips on that radiator or hoses. We work our way back just a little bit here, and we'll take a look at things like the frame, the cross members, and so forth, and the front suspension. So of course we have looks like an aftermarket cross member here, tubular cross member, and again, it gives plenty of room down here between your oil pan and that cross member there for clearance. Again, it's bolt in, it looks to be in great condition underneath here. We do, in fact, as with most of your Mustangs here, you've got the strut rod style front suspension. These strut rods with your bushings here at the ends are in great condition. I don't see any cracks or splits in any of the bushings. It does, in fact, also have, it looks to be about a 3/4 inch sway bar here. So your sway bar bushings at the frame, as well as back as your sway bar end links here. All those bushings look to be in good shape too, with no cracks or splits in any of those. Back a little bit further here, we'll kind of tie in our steering and our front suspension here. So the steering, it is power steering, and everything looks good and dry underneath here as far as that goes. So your ram underneath here, your lines and so forth, those are all good and dry. I don't see any leaks at all around here. And then all of our steering components, your drag length here, your tie rods, the tie rod ends. The ends all have the rubber dust boot covers on them, and you can tell everything's been greased on those and been maintained throughout the life of the car. Your control arms, both top and bottom, those are just stock OE style control arms. Ball joints all look to be in good shape, both top and bottom, and again, everything's been greased and maintained on those as well. Brake system on this car, it is a manual brake system, of course, and it is drum brakes on all 4 wheels. However, this thing does stop really, really well, and as we go back through, you'll notice that it does in fact have all the cables and so forth all hooked up for the emergency brake, and it is all functional. It is in working order. And as far as wheels and tires, again, we've already been over this on the external walk around, but these are 15-inch Eagle alloy wheels, kind of along the same lines as, say, your American Racing Torque Thrust 2 wheels. It's that same 5-spoke design, a polished aluminum wheel, and then the Cobra Radial GT tires, 235/60 15s on all 4 corners, and the tread, as you can see here in the camera, is in great condition. We come in just a little bit here, and now we'll talk about our drive line a little bit as we're standing under the motor and transmission. So again, 289 period correct motor. The oil pan itself all the way around where your gasket is, nice and dry, no leaks down the back side either. Your transmission here, this is your C4 3-speed automatic transmission. Of course, it has the cover on the front to help protect that flywheel from any dirt and debris getting in there. And then back here at your pan gasket looks to be sealing up a-okay here. No leaks or drips anywhere around here. And then as far as all of your lines, your tranny cooler lines coming back to the transmission from the radiator, all of your connections back here at the rear of the transmission, all of that nice and dry. Same thing with your output shaft seal, where your slip yoke slides into the back of that transmission, nice and dry there. Transmission cross member in good condition, and the mount is in good condition too on the car. As far as your exhaust, that's probably the next thing we see underneath here. We've got the long tube headers coming off of that 289 Ford motor. Of course, 2.5-inch exhaust all the way back through. You've got the crossover pipe here, the dual Flowmaster mufflers, and then of course it does have the tailpipes up over top of the rear end. And then we'll show you the exhaust tips back there as we get there. It's a 3-inch tip / cut tip back there, chrome, which is in good shape, but we'll look at those here in just a minute. As far as our frame sections go, frame is good and square here, nice and straight. Back as far as it goes, as far as the floors go, those are in really nice shape on this car. As you can see, no patches, all good and solid. You can see all of your stamping marks and all of your metal, so you know it's the correct stuff underneath here. As I mentioned before, you've got all your lines and linkages and cables for your emergency brake. Drive shaft in this car is balanced, so that's going to help eliminate driveline vibration. And then to finish off our driveline, we do have the 8-inch Ford rear end here. It is a 276 gear, and it's the open diff on this particular differential. As far as rear suspension, you've got a multi-leaf rear suspension on the car. You've got a set of air shocks. Again, air shocks are really nice and easy to use. Again, you just hook an air line up to them. You can inflate them or take air out to raise or lower the car wherever you want to have it kind of riding at, whatever look you're going for there. So again, those are a nice addition to the car. As I mentioned already, it's got the 4-wheel drum brakes, the 15-inch Eagle alloy polished aluminum wheels, and then the Cobra Radial GTs, 235/60 15s, all the way around on this car. As we get back to the rear of the car here, those tailpipes, as I mentioned, it looks to be a 3-inch tailpipe extension here, slash cut there, chrome, looks really good coming out the back of the car there. And then your fuel tank, this is all in good condition, no dents or dings whatsoever. Fuel lines coming back here, all nice and dry. Also, I forgot to mention the rear end, same thing, the front snout, all of that, third member assembly, all nice and dry all the way around, all of that stuff. So your gaskets, seals, and so forth are all in good condition. Universals on drive shaft, those have all been checked out, so everything is all good, roadworthy. Brake lines, fuel lines, as I mentioned, those are all good and dry. And then the only other thing I failed to mention that I usually do on all of our cars are pinch welds and the rockers. Pinch welds on this car, super straight down both sides of the car, and the rockers are good and solid. The trunk floor, we really don't talk too much about it on these Mustangs, only because your fuel tank here makes up a large portion of that. As you saw from our walk around video from the top side, when we open that trunk lid up, of course, that fuel tank mounts from the top down, and that makes up a majority of your trunk floor inside. So again, as long as that fuel tank is in good shape, trunk floors are usually in good shape too, and what is around that too is all good and solid too, no patches whatsoever. So that is pretty much it for the underside of our 65 Mustang here. So what we'll do, as we always do, is lower this down now. We'll go underneath the hood, fire that motor up, let you hear what that 289 Ford sounds like, along with this dual Flowmaster exhaust.